Hey everyone, welcome to the first edition of the Go Home Show. I am Chris Adair, and joined with me is my friend and fellow wrestling fanatic, Richard McKinney.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing alright.
Yeah, we're rolling. This is nice.
The maiden voyage of the Go Home Show.
Yeah.
Richard, tell me, what is the Go Home Show all about? Because I have no idea.
I think we should inform the people listening what this is about.
What's it all about?
The Go Home Show, it's a show for the fans, by the fans. We are two people who genuinely love the art of professional wrestling. That's what this is for. We're just going to talk about wrestling, current product, whether it be WWE, TNA, any of the indie shows, indie organizations, and just kind of give them our opinions of how we feel about things and where we feel things could go from where they're at now.
And it's a discussion. We're discussing things.
Absolutely.
This is our opinions. It's an opinionated show.
Yeah.
It's commentary.
That's all we do. It's opinions. We don't share factual information because we don't have them.
We have rumors. I'm not a big rumor guy.
No.
But there are some that are like, that's kind of interesting.
We are going to talk about one today. But I think with that being said, I think we should get started.
Yeah. It's the Royal Rumble.
It is the Royal Rumble.
And I believe... I think it's the 27th.
We looked at this before.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble is on January 26th.
Oh, I was one day off.
Yes.
Darn.
We were one day off.
We have to just talk about, as of right now, as of the beginning of the year, who do you think will be the winner of the Royal Rumble?
The first person that comes to both of our minds is Daniel Bryan.
D-Bry.
Daniel Bryan's such a fun guy to watch, first of all.
And he's super over.
Yeah, no, understatement.
Yeah.
I think that's an understatement. He's such a fun guy to watch on a direct level. If you really want, my own personal opinion is the main reason he needs to win this is because he's been getting robbed. At least on screen.
The Authority.
Yeah. He had plenty of opportunity to hold that title, and the Authority keeps robbing him of that, and it just doesn't. It's not right. I think he needs a run. Yeah,
I think he's gonna keep getting beat down, and then at the Royal Rumble he's gonna win. The Authority can't do anything with that. He won the Royal Rumble fair and square, and there's no way that you can take that away from Daniel Bryan. And then what happens? He defeats Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan gets his WrestleMania moment, and then he goes strong with the title. Like a strong run, not this weak, 5-day run, 1-day run that he had.
I feel like with Daniel Bryan, if he can win the Rumble, it's gonna be awesome.
Another thing we wanted to talk about is the return of the Animal, Batista.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. This was announced on the
Christmas show.
The Christmas show, and I didn't see it coming. It was out of nowhere, and it came out of nowhere because Batista has been adamant in saying that he didn't want to come back when it was the kiddie PG stuff. He didn't like that. That's the reason he left in the first place.
But we've talked about recently, we've made mention that it's kind of not being that lately.
Well, it's still PG-ish. But they've started to slip, ass.
Yeah,
they slip that in.
They're throwing the swear words in. There's occasional blood spots. People are occasionally. Yeah. It's rare still, but there are
usually because it was real because they got kicked in the face or something. And the thing is, they're not blading. So it's not like...
Yeah, it's not like it's happening on purpose.
It's not on purpose thing.
And it's not like their whole face is covered in red.
Yeah, the Crimson Mask.
Yeah, that's not happening. So,
But
yeah,
anyway.
The Animal coming back.
Yeah.
I think, especially if Brock Lesnar sticks around, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and what does that mean for WrestleMania? Where's Batista,
Because if he's coming back, he's going to be there.
He's going to be at WrestleMania, so you have to think, you've got all these huge stars. You got Cena, Punk, Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, possibly The Rock, although he's
he's got I think 2 TV shows that he's filming right now,
and a movie.
Top of, he just wrapped Hercules, which I'm actually really excited about.
Yeah.
And he's got the next Fast installment. He's working on that.
Yeah. So he may not be around. He might make an appearance. He might make it, but I don't think he's gonna have any match or anything.
The only thing I could see making sense is for him to fly in long enough to pop in and say, "Hey, I'm here." Yeah. Maybe get in somebody's face and maybe start something for maybe SummerSlam.
Yeah. So let's say Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble. That gives Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton a spot instantly for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Correct.
Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. But where do all these other cards lie?
So yeah, we've got if Bryan wins the Rumble, that's him and Orton. That's set. Right. So after that, we've got Punk, we've got Cena, we've got Taker, we've got Batista, we've got Lesnar. We've got, there's all these people. And then on top of that, we've got the tag teams. We've got the Shield. We don't know what's happening with them. And we don't know what's happening with the Wyatts because they're going to do something with them, especially given the recent events.
I think what needs to happen there is the Shield versus the Wyatts at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
That would be
insane.
insane.
I think something should happen.
And they teased it a few months ago.
They have. They've been teasing that a little bit lately. So maybe we're on to something there.
Yeah.
But, so much is left.
And I mean, we talk about all these Impact players, Punk, Bryan, Cena, Triple H. We didn't even mention Triple H. Taker, Batista, Brock Lesnar.
I don't know that Triple H is going to do jack at Royal Rumble.
I think, not at Royal Rumble, but at WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, absolutely. Triple H.
That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah, he's got to show up.
And you got to think might be Triple H versus CM Punk. Maybe
that's my initial thought is Triple H versus Punk or Triple H versus Bryan, depending on how things play out.
Yeah, well, if Bryan doesn't win the Rumble,
this is and I hate to bring up the before times.
The before times
we don't talk about.
Not the before times.
We tried doing this podcast thing a while back, and the program of our last podcast was for
WrestleMania 29.
Post WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Post WrestleMania, me and
WrestleMania reactions.
And for just to kind of get you guys clued in, we have another friend of ours, Nathan, who's not as big into wrestling as he once was, but there's a good chance he may pop into the show eventually.
You never know.
But I remember we sat down after WrestleMania, we did the podcast, and the only thing all of us could say was, "What the did we just watch?"
Yeah. To be honest with you, last
this is by far the best the product has been in a long time.
Yeah.
And because of that, we're in a situation where we don't it's really hard to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's not that we're informed by any means, but things then were so predictable.
Yeah. Last year's WrestleMania was
twice in a lifetime.
Deadly predictable.
Yeah, we had twice in a lifetime, which, come on, Cena's going to win that, obviously. Yeah. And we had the Taker Punk thing, and
Taker Punk was the best program out there because you didn't, you knew Taker was probably going to win, but you didn't know what CM Punk was going to do to Undertaker next. You didn't know what Taker was going to retort with.
It was a good back and forth program. But in comparison, just think about that. In comparison, in a straight year, how much better things have gotten.
Yeah.
And so because of that, we've got all this extra stuff going on. We have tag teams that definitely weren't here.
Yeah.
And that's opening up for good things. Yeah, the Shield was here. We did have the Shield.
Yeah.
But it's
the tag team division has bolstered.
Yeah, and what about Goldust and Cody Rhodes?
The Brotherhood.
Yeah, there's so much left, and we can't talk about all of it right now, but it just so much is going on, and I think what we've got to do really is we're gonna have to watch and see where things go.
The last thing that we have not talked about this entire time.
Oh, the rumor.
The rumor.
The rumor.
The rumor. The rumor.
Can we call this segment the Rumor Mill?
The Rumor Mill. Sure.
The World of Wrestling Rumor Mill.
It's time for the Rumor Mill. And we've only got one rumor.
I've got to finish my last drink of Dr. Pepper here.
Not a sponsor.
Dr. Pepper, this is Diet Coke.
Not a sponsor either.
I'm going to do this with a on my face. No, that's not even relaxing.
Okay. So there is a rumor, ladies and gentlemen, that at the Royal Rumble, someone who is a former WWE slash WCW wrestler will be returning at the Rumble, or is quote unquote waiting for a call.
And we need to emphasize the word rumor.
And waiting.
And yes.
And call. And WCW.
None of this information is factual.
But if
Daddy.
if you will,
This is
who could be that man or woman?
I'm gonna go ahead and say not woman.
Probably a man.
Not woman.
Probably a man.
China is an option.
No.
If we're gonna throw women,
We're not.
No, she wasn't even
doing
in
that.
WCW. Never mind.
We're not doing that.
No women. no divas.
Yeah.
So let's get back to reality.
WWE slash
Goldberg
WCW
is the first person that popped into I
That's
think
the
both
first-
of our heads.
yeah.
Especially because there was that YouTube video of him spearing that baseball player.
There was that. Yeah.
Like he's kind of coming out of the woodwork.
He's starting to come out of the woodwork.
Like a guy that has done very well, I feel, in keeping himself out of people's way and out of the media.
I mean, he has his car shows, but other than that, like.
But I mean, even then, like you don't really hear about him. Like,
Yeah.
Everyone just kind of, it's like Cena showing up in a car show.
Yeah.
You know, people just kind of expect, oh yeah, he's a car guy, whatever.
Well, no, I mean he has like car shows,
like his own shows,
like a TV show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's
Why
on
didn't
Speed.
I know about this?
Yeah, he's got a car.
I'm a car
show.
guy. Why did I not know about this?
I don't know. You don't know a lot of things that you should know.
This is true. That's probably more for the fact that I live under a rock.
Yeah, he's got a couple supposedly. Look it up. He's got a Twitter.
I will have to do that.
Yeah.
But that was option number one for us.
Goldberg.
We got a little excited talking about Scott Steiner.
Maybe.
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall would be sweet, but I don't think
Scott Hall or Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Those would be a couple. And then
Kevin
there's
Nash.
there's the little more obscure options of like Stone Cold.
Nah.
But,
I don't think so.
Yeah, but we're both saying no to that, especially because he's got 2 shows he's filming and he likes
And
to
a
take
podcast.
things. Yeah, and a podcast.
Yeah. One person that just popped in my head was Diamond Dallas Page.
Ooh.
You never know.
Maybe.
It's not like he's doing too bad for himself when it comes to fitness.
DDP yoga.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's not like he has any sort of debilitating injury
Issues.
that's like Stone Cold or Edge, where they have neck things where they take one bad bump and they're in a wheelchair for the rest of their lives.
Nothing like that's going on.
So,
yeah.
I mean, right now for me,
that's a good one.
Personally, the best options would be either Goldberg or DDP.
That sounds about right.
Because those two guys are still kind of like, they're older, but they're not like so old that they couldn't have one more match or have like a Rumble appearance, if anything.
Yeah, guys, why don't you go ahead and let us know what you thought about the show.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think, what you want to hear, if there's anything we can change or anything like that. We're definitely open to suggestion and feedback.
Let us know. Did the Go Home show sell it for you?
We want to hear your guys' opinions and thoughts.
The way you can do that is by, the comments right down below. Or you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at The Ref Is Blind.
And I am at Rich Country. I'm R-I-C-H. Very simple. And I think you guys can spell country.
Yeah.
And Google it.
And that's The Ref Is Blind, no spaces.
Nothing like that. It's all very, very direct here. We're very simple folk.
Simple stuff.
Here at the Go Home Show.
But let us know.
Chris, I think it's time to go home.
Let's go home.